What's up, everybody? Little Evil here. I'll show you guys how to change your clutch pads today for those of you that are newer builders. Alright, let me see. I should have showed a video taking this off, but it's pretty simple, guys. There's your cover right there. Take the cover off, and you'll have your little plate here, like so. You have a plate on there like this with a flower nut and a little screw. The screw is just to keep that from slipping, basically. So take your screw out with the Phillips, push your clutch in, you guys, to it lets go, releases the pressure or tension on this plate here when you push the clutch in. And then you can get the flower nut off easier just by pushing the clutch in. It pretty much releases it. And then you guys pull this off, and when you pull this off, there's going to be a spring behind there. Take your spring out. Don't lose that, you guys. And what I like to do, too, it makes them nice and a little bit tighter when you put them back together. I give this spring a nice little stretch. Give it a little stretch. Stretch it out just a little bit. Don't go crazy or nothing, but just a little bit. And it makes them a little bit tighter when you're all said and done. So, anyway, what I like to do is, see, I already started this. Take a little tiny screwdriver, shove it up here in the top corner, just like that, pry up, and they'll come out real easy. Just slide right out. And this side's alright. These outer ones ain't too bad, but the back sides are usually where they're a lot worse. So as you can see there, it's pretty slick. Nothing like the front. They're pretty rocked on the back. So definitely need to change these. So what I like to do too, these just about fit perfect every time, but what I do is I have this set to a certain size that I've figured out over time, and I give them a little squeeze on the side. Nothing real bad, don't crunch them in or nothing. It forms them a little bit better because they're all jaggedy, and they tend to slide in better after I do that. So what I do is you match them up because the bottom they go as like a cone shape a little bit, and so are these. So what I like to do is try to kick the bottom in first. See, the bottom tipped in first, and then you take your screwdriver up here up top, push down and in at the same time, and push in with your thumb. So down and that one just popped right in, you guys. But what I usually do is just push down and in, but that one popped right in real nice. So there we go. Let's do another one here and see. Pop it out. Yeah, they're pretty slick on the back, so it's worth changing it, especially if I'm going to be redoing everything else on it. I might as well have a good clutch while I'm at it, which the clutch seemed to be fine in it anyway, but put the bottom in, and push down and in, and pops right in every time, and you're good to rock. So there you guys go. The old pads, you could clean them up, take a little Dremel, and eat these up just a tiny bit, scuff these up a little bit, and they'd be good again, or they'd grab better again if you still needed them in a pinch. But these are pretty cheap, you guys, to order, so I recommend you guys just order them. What, like $10 you can get, a whole big bag of them, so of any kind you want. So there you guys go. That's how you do it. And when you guys are all done, just make sure you put your spring back on there. Put your plate on. Of course, have your clutch in because it makes it a little easier, you guys. Put your plate on there, then get your flower nut on. And don't forget your screw. Definitely gonna need that. Well, there you guys go. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. See you guys on the next video. Oh, too, real quick before I end this, make sure you guys are greasing these up too. This wheel here, grease in behind it, grease it all up. But all right, see you guys in the next video. And there we go, guys. We're almost finished. Skip your head because nobody wants to watch me sit there and change every single one. You guys get the idea. At least I would hope so. We'll do the last two here too. Give them a little squeeze. See, why I give them a little squeeze, they get little jagged pieces sticking off from the factory when they cut them. They left there, and this just cleans them up. It doesn't squeeze them. You know, it barely does it, and it makes those edges go right off of there, and they slide right in nicer. Without them, I sit there and fight no matter how many times I try it. So I do it this way, and I never have problems getting them in. You might fight just a little bit, but that's good. You want them to a little bit, because you want them in there nice and snug, but you shouldn't need to sit there and fight with them for an hour. So if you do, there's a problem. Way too tight. See, like that. You can't, when you're shoving it that hard and they don't go in there. Yeah, there's a ridge right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a ridge right there sticking off it. I always go little bits and try it, and because you can always go more, but you can't go backwards. So keep that in mind. When you just go crazy, you can't take that back. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing it too. Don't go crazy doing it, because you can't put back what you crush. There we go. Slid in there good. Make sure. There we go. Get another one going there. See, I'm just going a little bit. I'm not squeezing it. It just gets them ends nice and flat. Because I don't want to just rip it off, because then it starts to shred them. And when you do it like this, it keeps them still nice. See a jagged edge, get her knocked down a little bit. Clean it up a little bit. And there we go, slid right in. A little bit hard to shove in, but it went in. Alright, where's all my stuff? Just put her back together. And again, you guys, when you're putting this on, make sure you got your spring in there too. Make sure you got a nice little stretch to it too. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's got a lot of tension now. That's what I want. It grabs better when I stretch that spring out a little bit. To each their own. You guys don't want it, don't, but I prefer doing it to mine. And then, of course, to get all this back in alignment, guys, you use your clutch. Let's see. Like I said, too, push your guys' clutch in, too, when you want to tighten this up, because, see, it mixes it. You can even do it with your hand still. But without the clutch, you ain't budging that with your hand, period. Or with pliers sometimes. But yeah. That's about all I'm going to do with that one for now, you guys, till I get it on the bike, and then I make my adjustments from there. So, and then I can make a video on that if you guys don't know how to get this back aligned. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and I can make a video when I put it back on and show you guys how I get it all adjusted. So Well, that's what she looks like when you're all done. And you guys remember, don't forget your little screw there. That's what stops it. So there you guys go. See you guys on the next video. Little Evil out. Wow.